Hey YouTube, this is Amisbro. How we doing today? It is Saturday, excuse me, not Saturday yet. That's tomorrow. Friday, October 6th, 2017. And I know it's one of my later videos, and I apologize for that. I actually overslept. I did. How are we doing on this fine Friday morning? Well, I'll be telling you right now, I'm doing quite grand. Why? Well, we have Cape Project back in the fold. Cape Project will be coming back as a 6-episode movie series called 7 Stories, which starts in July of 2018 and ends in December of the same year. It will cover the following stories: RV Blaze, which is one of the books slash mangas I don't own. Side Blue, which for anybody who's curious. Side Green, one of the books I don't own actually. Lost Small World, Memory of Red Burn, and Circle Vision, Nameless Song. It will feature the following characters and voice actors: Tomokazu Sekita as Reizei Munakata, and Kenjiro Suda as Goku Genzo in Side Blue. And I actually just did these out of order, so we'll back up for a second. Kenjiro Suda and Tomokazu Sekita as Reizei Munakata. Now I'm reading this, and this is interesting. So, Suda is credited with playing Zenjo and Suo. Interesting. Then again, that's nothing unlike how, little known fact for those who may or may not be aware, but Daisuke Ono was actually credited, at least in Season 1, with playing, where is it? Lost it. Kuro Yatagami, but he also played one of the Sector 4 members in Season 1. So, a lot of people don't realize it. Because I didn't realize that one. Side Green, Kazuyuki Okitsu as Nagari Hisui, and Rei Kujimaya as Sukuna Gojo. Not named, but was pictured in the trailers, will be Yukari Misakuji and Iwafune Tenkei. Lost Small World, which is actually, I'm going to say this, everybody knows I'm probably looking forward to every other story, but this one, if you said to me name one, this is it, because I've never actually read the books. Actually, I haven't read any of them yet. But if you said to me you have to name one that you're looking forward to the most, this will be it. It features Mamoru Mayano as Saruhuku Fushimi and Jun Fukuyama as Mizaki Yata. Memory of Red Burn, Kenjiro Suda as Makoto Suo, Takahiro Sakurai as Izumo Kusanagi, and Yuki Kaji as Tadara Tatsuka. Circle Vision, Nameless Song, features Daisuke Namikawa as Yasuhiro Isana and Daisuke Ono as Kuro Yatogami. So all the kings will be represented. The one that was not mentioned, of course, by the way, was in fact Ijijin, because we all know he is the colorless king. He is the 7th king of the setup, and everybody, made a joke about it, because when they did the poster for 7 Stories, they only showed 6 of the kings, because they showed, for the record, okay, Silver King, which is Wiseman. I think they showed the Gold King, but I didn't see him in the poster, which was weird. But I do think they showed the Gold King. I always forget his name, so I'll just leave it at that. Mukarosu, which was Hamura's original king. Of course, Reise Munakata, Iwafune Tenkei, and Hagari. And I drew a blank again. I don't know why I do that. I had the roll call down to a science, practically. And I swear to you, every time I do the roll call, I blank on one of them. For like a second. Which is the funniest thing ever when you... Because then people go, I thought you said you know them all. I do. That's like the weird thing. But man, okay. People have asked me, which story are you looking forward to the most? And I have basically named them all because, in truth, I'm looking forward to watching all the stories when they eventually come out. However, if you ask me which one I am looking forward to the most of all of them, it's one of the ones I don't own the manga for yet. Lost Small World. Mizaki and Fushimi's. Because I'm interested in seeing, if they show this far, I'm interested in seeing the formation of their friendship. And I'm also interested in if they sort of recap it as kind of like they did in season 1 of K. I'm also interested in seeing what was the breaking point. What caused Fushimi to basically turn on Hamura and go to Sector 4, because it is shown in the trailers that he is with Sector 4. Numerous times, actually. So, I'm actually very much looking forward to that story. But, I have to say, if you ask me, so which one of the stories would be second? It's more like 1A, and not really a 2, but Side Green. Side Green is an easy one. Side Green is essentially the formation of the Jungle Clan. And when you see Nagare in the trailer, he looks like such a happy kid. Like he has no cares in the world. What the heck happened between then and when we meet him in Missing / Return of Kings, when, if you have to pinpoint an antagonist in this whole setup, he becomes a very power-hungry man. I hesitate to say madman because he wasn't really a madman. But what made him become what he did? And why do Tenkei Iwafune, why does Michikuji gravitate towards him? I need to learn these things because I don't know. I'm going to admit this wholeheartedly. I am a dummy when it comes to their origin stories. To a lot of the origin stories. Like, they give you the bits and pieces, but they don't give you the full thing. Now we're going to pretty much get the full thing, which is why I'm looking forward to 2018, beginning in July and ending in December, and I want to see everything. I want to see the bits and pieces that I don't know in animated form, so I can really start to understand their cause. So I can really start to say, well, was Nagare really a jackass, or was I just so badly looking for a villain that I looked at that guy and I said, you're my villain this time. Because I need somebody to yell at about being a jackass. Which I've done before. It's kind of like watching... It's kind of like watching Yuta in a way, because you hate Heavens at first glance, and then which is funny when I mention that because of Sugita. But you hate heaven so much at first glance, and then they give you a reason to like them, which always makes me wonder about the whole villain role that they played, because they're not really villains. And I'll get back into this, because I always believe that if there should be a villain, I need to give you a reason to not like them. They have to be the most jumped up jackass on the face of planet Earth. Well, the Green King was that for me. Jungle was that. Iwafuni was that. Yukari I couldn't hate for the life of him, even if I wanted to for whatever reason. I don't get it. I couldn't. I tried. For the movie and 13 episodes, I tried to will myself to hate that man. And yes, it is a man, kids. I couldn't do it. Why? What about him? Well, other than he's one of the most extra people on the planet, but that's all. You have to see the trailer. Like, I'm going in intentionally blind. I have not looked at this. I have not looked at the Memories of Red mangas, which I own. I don't own Lost Small World yet. This will be my first time sitting down and analyzing these movies. And I need to make this abundantly clear, because if I don't, and I know I've rambled now for 12 minutes, but if I don't make this clear now, I don't think people are going to understand my honest to God emotion in 2018. This is K Project. This is a series that years ago I discovered kind of by accident. A friend of mine on Tumblr at the time had and some other people had reblogged gift sets and stuff from it, but of course I didn't know what K was. So then I said to myself on a whim, okay, Josh, you're going to buy the first season DVD set, which I have, and you're going to sit down and you're going to watch it in 2 days. Usually, me doing that does not allow me to really connect with the characters in any way, shape, or form. And I remember, because it was one of the first series that I blogged, and when I also started my reviews up again, that I reviewed when I came back, I believe. I'll have to double check around when the date was. But it was, for 13 episodes, the biggest emotional roller coaster I had been on since Sailor Moon. Now think about what I just said. Arguably the greatest magical girl franchise. Arguably, because you could probably find better. You could probably find others. And K Project was like, oh my god. And that was just the original. Then we get to Missing Kings, then we get to Return of Kings. And the rest, as they say, is history. We meet Jungle. We meet, eventually what would be known as the White Rice Clan, the Silver Clan. This series, in many respects, made me remember that I loved a lot of action series, because actually it was not long after that I went back and I watched I don't know how much of an action series it was, but I remember I went back and I watched one of my old school animes, which I never finished at the time, in Celestial Legend, which I reviewed. I forgot the importance of being able to grip a person emotionally. I forgot what it was like to tell a story that as a writer becomes personal to you, but it makes and affects people that view it on a whole other level. Look, I'm going to even use this for an example. I get it why people get emotionally invested in Real Life, which just celebrated its 1 year anniversary. But Cape Project and taking all these works and culminating them into a 6-episode theatrical release project called 7 Stories. I don't want to say I don't want to say I think it's the end. I hope to God it's not. I hope that Gora and Gohans after this, they go, we're not done with K. It's just going to sleep for a little while. I hope that the new people that I'm getting watching the first season of K now, when they eventually watch, Missing Kings and Return of Kings, and then they eventually watch the 7 Stories, I hope they understand, and I hope you that watch this video understand this. Cape Project for some people might just be an over-the-top fan servicey anime that objectifies women or whatever. And you know what? I'm not saying it doesn't do that, because it has at times. But beyond all that, it is arguably one of the most emotionally charged, powerful animes I have watched in a very long time. And I'm making a promise. Before July, come hell or high water, hell, it might even be before the end of this year, I'm sitting down and I'm watching all 26 episodes, and I'm watching the movie. Because I realized something after I heard the announcement. Oh, Jesus Christ. I realized one thing, and this is the God honest truth. Being away from those characters, from Hamra, from the Silver Clan, Jungle, the Gold Clan, all of them, being away from them for as long as I have, has been one of the hardest things for me. It's been harder than if a real life family member were to die tomorrow. That is what this is going to be in 2018. And that is why when I take the roller coaster ride yet again, one more time, and I let Gora and Gohans just beat me the fuck up, because I'm a glutton for it, it's going to be a ride that I will never forget for as long as I live. That's the truth. People can make all the jokes they want about all the ships and whatever in Udapri, Cape Project. That's fine. Do it. And I mentioned, by the way, I slipped on mention Udapri because I remembered a couple of the voice actors were actually in Udapri. But Shimono actually is in both Udapri and Cape Project, believe it or not. But realizing I'm going to be watching K again, I have to remember, this is the series that took me on a roller coaster that I nearly had a fucking breakdown on more than one occasion. I nearly cried over a death, and I nearly cried over a reunion. And I need to remember that. I need that reinforcement. That while a lot of people can give this form of entertainment, which I have reviewed for you, and I'm getting back into doing for you, a lot of people think it's just a bunch of fan service. It's this, it's that. Some people make the jokes that anime is trash. It's not. It has celebrated 100 years. It is one of the most powerful forms of entertainment I have watched in my 37 years. I can't remember the last time a Western television show has brought me to tears. I can't. But I can tell you that a show like Cave Project is going to do it again. Something's going to happen. Mark my words. In one of those 6 stories, I will probably not make it because I will probably have bawled my eyes out at least 3 times. Because I'm a glutton. But this is Cave Project. This is something that no one in any other fandom will understand the connection that I have with all these boys. This includes the group of young men in Sector 4 I call the Young Bloods. This includes the Blue King. This includes Suo. This includes Tosca. This is Cave Project. This is life. And remember, this is a story about happiness, kids. Then why am I nearly in tears? You have a good night, because I'm going to shut this camera off before I probably bawl out in front of you. Take care.